Come with me, and you'll be in a world of your imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation.
A brother, an icon to those that know him. He is Endeavor Empire.
Yes, 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 yes. It's that time again. I'm gonna try to rhyme. I can't really sing, but I'm gonna bring the beat on in. Oh, gosh, that was funny. That was all good. How y'all doing out there? My name is Derick. I am Endeavor Empire. I want to welcome y'all to the show. Sorry, sometimes you gotta feel a little silly, Have fun with the day. Don't take everything too serious. Don't take life too seriously, no matter what you're going through, I'm about to be indicted on a RICO charge, but you see me, no, I'm just joking. I'm kidding. I ain't know the first thing about a RICO charge. I kid. That's all good. In any event, hope everybody's doing all right. Got the grooves going in the background. Got that beat flowing out like that. Yeah, you know how we do it. We live here in Endeavor Empire. Well, we ain't live yet, but I have did a show on Facebook Live, which I think I'm going to do my next one on Facebook Live. I'll try to do probably one, maybe a month, see how well that takes off. Got some feedback from the first show I did. It's pretty okay, still working at the King Center, but it's a work in progress. It's what it is, it's all good. So, hope everybody's doing good. I'm out here living good, looking good, smiling good, feeling good. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it. But the show must go on. It feels good to be back. Like I said, been on a long hiatus, doing some things, work some things out. Got some letters. One in particular, some listeners wrote to me. Some good, some bad, some in between, some not sure where they stand, but hey, we'll get through it. This particular letter, this is a response to The Way I Live, which was a podcast that aired a while back. And I got I got more good than bad off of it. this letter that I have now, it's kind of a mixture and combined with the letters that I've gotten about that podcast show, which I guess a lot feel that I'm a race trader. I'm not sure how that's possible because I'm not even sure what the hell that even means. I guess I'm a traitor to my own race. But again, I don't pretend to be something that I'm not. I just speak from my experience and speak from what I've seen or been dealt with. So the name of this show is entitled Nothing Has Changed. And this particular letter didn't really pique my interest, but she said some things that we'll address in the show that I wasn't too happy with. But again, when I receive letters from listeners and fans, it's not for me to get angry and kind of go back and forth. I mean, if you want to hear my side, if you want me to explain some things, or if you think I feel a certain way or still feel the same way, I will gladly tell you. Again, I do this show because I enjoy doing it. I'm not here to be liked. If you like me, I love you. If you hate me, I still love you. So I get more positive mail than hate mail. So again, it's all good to me. It's all good. So without further ado, the show is entitled Nothing Has Changed. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Dear Derick, I'm new to your podcast and recently listened to your show, The Way I Live. I must say, though, I'm surprised because I feel that you're a bit racist towards your own people, and I think that you're wrong. I live amongst plenty of black people, and they are not so bad as you make them out to be. You're passing judgment on those who are clearly trying to make the best of a bad situation. I'm asking you if you still feel this way and why. Clearly you were raised around black people. Wait, what? Clearly you were raised around black people. How did you come to hate your own kind? Okay, I thought I was reading that wrong. I see more white people doing more bad than black people. I wonder if you cheer when a black man is shot or killed or even put in jail. Yes, I was formerly with BML, Black Lives Matter, and I have to say they did a lot of good in my community. I'm sure you feel differently. I don't hate you. I don't understand how you can feel this way. I also understand that you don't date black women. It's a shame because we're not all the same. No, I'm not offering. Okay, thanks for that. I mean, I wasn't selling anyways. Not just joking. Just joking. I'm just saying, you think you're better than me because you live amongst white people. And you think they're better than your own race. Mr. Derick, when is the last time you've done anything to help the culture? Because listening to your show seems like you don't get it or don't understand it. I'm a single, strong black woman who resides in the ATL. Though I choose to be single, it's because I want to educate men like you who think they're better because of where you live or who you live around. I know you're judging me because I'm coming down on you, but you must understand we need men like you to stay with your own race. Wow, that was harsh. Because it should be that way no matter what, how hard you think it is to support your own people. I feel your listener will understand what I say and support me in every way when I say what I say. I too have a podcast but refuse to share it with you out of fear that you will come for me as well as your listeners. I will wait to hear your response and will decide if you're worthy enough to respond to. You should do better to understand that not all black people are the same. I wish you peace, joy, and happiness, my brother. Signed, a strong black woman. Okay. All right. No big deal. I mean, hey. These are the kind of letters that I tell you guys about that I welcome. I mean, I'm not angry about it. I'm not upset about it. We just, we're going to talk about it. That's what we're going to do. I first like to say, a strong black woman, since you clearly didn't leave me your name, which is fine. We'll go with that. I first want to point out that murder in any degree or anybody being shot It's not something I condone, nor do I applaud. In some cases, and it doesn't matter what side you're on, black or white, sometimes the police do what they have to do. With that being said, I don't even like to see a lot of black men go to jail. I don't. And I'm not going to make this podcast about one race or the other. I see a lot of people that do a lot of bad. Whether you're black, white, Mexican, Asian, Hispanic, Australian, Canadian, African, or whoever. I mean, you do bad, you have to deal with the consequences. This is my response to your letter, because I still feel the same way. You depicted me as hating my own race. I don't hate my own race. Why would I? If I hated my own race, every damn podcast that I do or every show would be about race, the black race, but I don't. I am very proud of who I am. I am proud from where I've come from, and I'm proud of the life that I have. Now, with that being said, I don't think it's fair, because I'm not going to judge you, and I don't judge black folks, black people. I just want the black race to do better. And the only reason why I say that is because it seems like every race around the black race is passing the black race up. And when I say that, look at what the Mexicans are doing. Look how many Mexican restaurants are sprouting up. Now, granted, we are targeted because of the way some behave in the areas that we keep. Which not all black people are the same. I didn't say they were. So, I don't think it's fair, because I don't think all black people are the same. I don't think they're all bad. I don't. This is just coming from me. When I put that podcast out, it's basically what I experienced. And what I experienced was, in my area or in my city, I have frequented a lot of black businesses. Now, there are some that are good, some that are bad, some that are in between. But that doesn't take me to get online and start bashing them for it. I think if I do critique them and what they're doing, it's to offer support. It's to offer to say, hey, maybe you should try doing this a little bit better, or your employees shouldn't be so angry, or you shouldn't hear their business. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Hang on, y'all. You know I got to hit this vape. So, I think anybody in a bad situation is trying their best to make the best of a bad situation, trying to do better. That's what I did. I seen the surroundings that I was living in, and I wasn't happy with them. But I didn't get upset about it. I was determined to work hard and provide better for my family to get us out of a situation that we were in. Now, I granted, some situations aren't better than others, which I don't think my situation was that bad. But I think for me and my children, I didn't want them to be defined as just stereotype as to one race. Because we've all seen that, when we have schools that are predominantly black, what are the major sports that they have in school? They have basketball, they have football, they have track. Maybe something else. But when you go to some of the other white schools, they have every sport damn near in the damn school. You got golf, you got tennis, you got soccer, you got baseball, and all this other stuff. So, I don't choose to have my kids go to a district where it's just predominantly defined by the race and defined by what we do as a culture when it comes to sports. I want my children to get the best of any and everything. I'm sure as well as most parents want that. They do. But with that being said, I know that there are some parents that are making the best of their situation. That is commendable. It is. I'm not going to put you down for that. I'm not. My grievances is that excuse me, in black neighborhoods, and there are some good black neighborhoods. Let's keep it real. We have seen some communities come together to try to clean up their community and build their community up. Kudos to y'all. That's what I and hopefully your community wants to see. But it's not so much about me, it's about the people that live there, because the people that live there have to live there. So they want a better community. They want to do better. They want to be better. But I tell you what makes it hard in those communities. It's hard when we have parents that let your kids run amok in the neighborhood and we don't hold our kids responsible for anything. Why? I have no idea why. But I don't want to let my kids do that. You know, you have some kids that are just basically friends to their, you have some parents that are basically friends to their children. But when you grow up in this situation and you don't think that your situation deserves to be better, it can be better, and it will get better if you decide to apply yourself in that knowledge. I have seen people live in a horrible situation and come out on top. 5 stars, baby, 5 stars, come out shining, looking good. That's what I wanted for myself. You know, I didn't want my kids to be walking down the street and just get randomly picked on because of who they are or what they're wearing or anything like that. And yes, it does happen everywhere. It does. I get it. But what I don't understand is that why do we feel the need to do that? Why? Because, and then we have some that say, well, this is our turf, this is our hood. Okay. But what are you doing to better your turf or your hood? I'm not going to go too far deep into that because I'm not a territorial guy. But what I see, and you said you were with Black Lives Matter. Yes, I have never supported Black Lives Matter. Never, ever, at all. I don't. Until this very day, I still don't. I still think it was a scam, bullshit cause just to get money. And that's exactly what I still think to this very day. And I'll explain more into that. But I think for the cause that what Black Lives Matter did, I think there was some good in it, but I think there was more harm than good. Because they were targeting black men getting shot or black being unjust, wrongfully confused or convicted, or they weren't getting the justice that they deserve. I understand that. I get that. But if you do wrong, and if you know you're doing wrong, and the evidence is against you, what justice is there? I don't understand. And then not only that, black people are killing each other every day in the damn streets. That's no excuse. That's nothing. I think we just need to do better. How can we educate the other races when we can't educate ourselves and to bring ourselves to do better? But we want to expect other races to treat us better, which they should. But when we do wrong or something doesn't feel right to us, then we have to take it a step further. We have to call it out for what it is. And some of the shit that I see is just ridiculous. And granted, it is just not black people. It is not. As we've seen time and time again, we've seen almost every race does it. Everybody thinks they're superior than everybody. But what I'm saying to the black community is that we have neighborhoods that we are proud of. We have neighborhoods that we grew up in. We have neighborhoods that we love. And it's just so sad to see them deteriorate because we have parents that don't want to hold their kids accountable or to teach and instill the same respect that was instilled to us back in the day. We partially in part have social media to blame for that. You know, we see kids online doing stupid shit and think that shit is real. It ain't real. It's not. So to me, I think the whole Black Lives Matter did harm to good because while they were trying to speak on equality and justice for black men, who was speaking up for the kids when the kids were getting shot? You know, as I said before, when kids get shot, we don't hear anything about Black Lives Matter. But when a black man is getting arrested for something he may or may not have done, then the movement is here. It's here. I get it. When the movement started, it was good. It was good. It's good. But I think the movement got lost in translation along the way because of, in my opinion, money. What makes the world go round? Money. Excuse me. I need that tea. So, I don't think I'm better than anybody. I think for me and my family, I want better. And I think that should go for any and everybody. I wanted a better life for my children. I'm not going to apologize for who I live around or who I live with. Why? Because I want a good community. There can be good communities all over the city. I remember a time back in the day when, we would have block parties up in Chicago, and you wouldn't have to worry about gun violence, people bringing guns. You would just have to, people would come out and have a good old time. And this was all black people in Chicago. I forgot what part of Chicago it was, but we'd have a whole block party. They shut the streets down. You have the neighbors come out. So I'm not against any black person at all. I love black people. I love my race. I did plenty of reports. I looked at plenty of people as far as black's concerned. And I was just proud. I'm still proud to be black. I am. I mean, granted, most of the people think I'm white anyways, which I don't understand how that is. I just, it's just the way I talk. But I don't think you should come down on me for what I feel and what I think that I want better for my family. I have never put down any black person or doing anything, whether it's good or bad. Again, I think the black race, I think what certain, I'm going to put this another way. I think what some black people are doing are really good. I think what T.I. is doing is good. I think what Trey the Truth is doing good. I think what stars like Tech Nine is doing is good. I think that, Master P and Snoop Dogg, I think what they're doing is good. So I'm not against my own race. I am proud for the work that some of these people are doing. It just saddens me to see that, when we see stuff on the news, it's always, not always, but most of the time you see it's black people. And I don't like that. And I think it starts from home. I think it starts from the parent. Yes, I understand that a lot of these homes lack the father figure. But I was raised by nothing but a woman, a strong woman, my mother. And I was determined not to go down that path. See, in life, we have a choice to choose what path we want as we get older. We have a path to choose on how we want to live our life. My nephew, who was never raised in the hood at all, decided he wants to be a gangster, whatever the hell that means. And he's talented as shit. The boy can draw. I mean, he can draw so good, I'm jealous of him. But do I hate him? No, I don't. Do I talk to him and try to steer him in the correct direction? Say, hey man, you got a gift. Use that gift that God gave you. I do. But my thing is, why are we so quick to go to the streets, pick up a gun, and do violence instead of using the gifts that we already have that's inside of us? Why? I don't understand that. I wish I had a gift like that. I really do. Unfortunately, my gift is driving. But that doesn't make me angry. I just sometimes get disappointed because I see a lot of people trying to steer the black race into a better life and a better future. And we are working towards that. So while I still feel the same way, and I think, is there work being done? Yes. Is there good work being done? Absolutely. You're damn sure right. And I am proud of the work that is being done. I am. I really am. So I don't think it's fair for you to sit here and say that you think I'm better than because I don't think I'm better than anybody. I just want a better life for my family. And you said you're a single black woman, so I'm assuming you don't have kids. I assume you don't have a family. That doesn't make you a bad person. That is your life. You choose to live your life the way you want to live it. I'm not judging you for that. And I didn't say you were offering. So I just want to give you a correct response to this letter. And you said you were formerly with Black Lives Matter. I want to know what happened. Why did you leave the group? Oh, not the group. I'm sorry. I want to know why you left the coalition. So for those of you guys who don't know, the Black Lives Matter movement is a coalition of over 50 groups that represent the interest of black communities in the United States. The movement sparked by several police killings of African Americans, including the death of Eric Garner in New York in July 2015 after being put in a banned chokehold by police officers. And then there was Trayvon Martin and George Floyd and the other young lady. Her name's on the tip of my tongue, but I'm sorry, I cannot think of it. So I think that, I think it deserves a movement, but I think when the movement got going, I think it was good. I think that the movement itself, for the founders that started the movement, one of them kind of lost their way. The other ones are still doing good things. But as the movement was on, it slowly started deteriorating. It is not as a strong force as it used to be. Because why? Money. In my opinion, money got in the damn way. And I say money because of one of the co-founders, Patrice Coyers, the group's founder. Black Lives Matters was worth nearly $90 million. I'm not sure if she's about to charges or not, but she was misusing funds for lavish trips, buying houses, paying a six-figure payout to her child's father for various service, whatever that is. $1.8 million to companies that were owned by her relatives to ensure that her brother, Paul, was one of the highest paid members of the Black Lives Matter organization. She had lied about misusing funds, such as hosting a lavish birthday party for her son and throwing a private Biden inauguration celebration in a multi-million-dollar property intended for activists and creators. But that she did so repeatedly. So, do I think she's a bad person? No, I said money got in the way, and I think that's exactly what happened. I think once the money came in, and she wasn't the only one that got that. There was another young lady. I had my note here, but I don't know, maybe the cat ran off with it or something. There's another young lady that was also arrested and charged with misuse of funds or stealing funds from the organization. So I think that if this movement could have been a great movement, I think it still could be a great movement. I think once you let money get in the way and we start losing our focus and sight of what's at stake here, then that's when things kind of get lost. Translation, then you never hear from them again. I know what you're going to say. Well, white people do it too. Yes, they do it. And they get caught for it. Most of them do. I mean, still got one guy that's still holding on here, but most of them do. But I've never hated the movement. It's just a movement that I couldn't get behind because in my mind, when it started up, it was all about money. And I think that, as I told my kids, you can't fully invest in a movement you don't fully understand. It is okay to say that Black Lives Matters. And yes, I do believe that Black Lives Matters, but at the same time, I believe all lives matters. Now I get it. Black people have had it worse than most races. I understand that. I get that a lot. I understand it. And I'm not justifying the actions of anybody that does wrong, especially when race is involved. I think they should be held accountable. And for the most part, most of them have been held accountable. So I think this movement was a good movement. I think what was lost was the sight of, where it was going and how far it was willing to go. So I think that while I appreciate your letter and I appreciate what you were saying to me, I think that me and you should maybe have a talk. Maybe we can do our podcast together and kind of go from there. It's not me being angry, because I'm not angry. I'm not angry at this. I get letters like this all the time. And I don't get angry at it because I want you to hear my point of view, just like I want to hear your point of view. Ooh, excuse me. But excuse me again. Goodness. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't have a cold or nothing. I'm just trying to just trying to, get this thing. This weather is changing. This weather's changing and you start getting the cold and, spring is coming and, spring cold or whatever. In any event, support for Black Lives Matter has decreased significantly among U.S. adults since 2020. The same center survey shows that 2/3 of adults strongly supported the movement in June of 2020, shortly after Floyd was murdered. But that has fell to 56% in March of 2022 and 51% in April of 2023. So, as I said before, it's dropped significantly. And why do we think that is? Why do we think that is? I mean, once I get through with this show, I would encourage any and everybody to email me, because I know it's not over. But I think that money played a significant part in this. I do. Because I think while we were trying to get the word out, and yes, I do understand that in order for us to have these kind of organizations, it takes money for these organizations, and I get it, but don't get caught using the funds being mismatched. I mean, how much of this money has went to the victims in question? What has the victims been compensated with? I mean, have we paid for funeral expenses? Have we helped out families? Have we done whatever? I want to know that from your perspective. If you were with this organization, what has your chapter done? I mean, can you tell me? Because I can tell you, I remember a child getting murdered back here in Kansas City, Missouri, who was sound asleep in his bed, and he was shot by a stray bullet. There was nothing mentioned about Black Lives Matter. Nothing. As a matter of fact, the man who paid for his funeral was a Kansas City Chiefs player. So, while I'm not mad, but I feel that this movement was started, I feel that we leave the kids out and we're looking more towards adults, but the kids is where the future starts, because they are the future. So I'm not against it. I don't hate it. I still feel the same way, but I think as time goes on, I think we can get to a better place where we can do things and look at things better. I still feel that in some businesses that I go that are Black owned, I feel that they're getting better, because I didn't just write them off that quick. I know you probably thought I did, but I didn't. I'm a firm believer that I can give anybody a second chance, and I will continue to give a second chance. I do like to support Black owned businesses. I do. I really do. There's a gentleman here who I had the acquaintance of meeting who has a, what do they call those things? It's a health store where they have like, shoot, I wish I had this card, but he does like smoothies or something, but it's made with ice and fruit, which is, oh my God, good. So I don't hate my own people. And I think hate is such a strong word. I might dislike what they do, but you have to keep in mind, they're not my people. See, when you say they're my people, which emphasizes that, you know, we're all in the same group, and we're not. Just like you sit here and said. I'm racist towards my own people, and you think I'm wrong. And you live amongst plenty of Black people. And you said I'm passing judgment. I'm not passing judgment. I'm just telling you the facts. I don't think I'm passing judgment, especially when there's facts. But I can't pass judgment on anybody. Only one man can judge you, and that is God. God Almighty himself. So, I welcome this letter. I love this letter. I hope that me and you get the chance to talk. And because I want to know, again, why you're not with them. I want to know what changed I think you're still like engaged with the movement, but I think you're probably doing things on your own and probably spreading awareness on your own, which is good. And I commend you for that. And you're a strong Black woman. Yes, I don't date Black women. I don't date American women for that matter. My wife was half Italian. So it is my reason why I don't date American women. I'm not going to go into the who's and the whys. I don't. Let's just say, I guess I just don't click well with them. Again, as I said before, you know what? Damn it. Let's do it. It's the letter. So I said I was going to do it. So let's do it. Okay, here we go. Now, hold on. Let me hit this vape. Hold on. By the way, this new vape I got, which is Fogger. Oh my God. The best. Even though we can't get them here anymore because there was a defect in them. So I had to order mine out of the country. So But let's get into it. I don't date American women because I choose not to. And I don't choose to date them because after my wife died, I was not looking for a relationship, and I wasn't. I just felt that the women that I came across had already passed their judgment on me. So I'm going to tell you why I don't date black women. I have 7 kids. 6 are mine, 1 is my nephew. 6 are by one woman. Now, when I tell that to any female, white, black, whatever, that's automatically a red flag for them because they're in their mind's made up. He's got 6 kids. He needs a mother. I don't even get that far for it to happen. I don't. Usually when I say I have 7 kids, that's the end of the day. Oh, you have 7 kids. I'll be right back. And this is literally truth. Again, I had a young lady who I thought was my friend. I thought she was my friend. That I was trying to reach out to her just to make, to get back on the friend level, say, hey, maybe we can go out and have dinner sometime. Not a date, not like go out at night, like daytime, have breakfast or lunch or brunch. And that was, my mom had told me, she's like, well, she said that she thought that you was going to try to date her. Again, this lady has known me even when I was married. But when my wife passed, she automatically assumed that I was just trying to hit it and quit it. So I'm not going to apologize for what I want. I think if you in life want something, you should go for it. So I don't think any woman in the USA is bad. I know there's good women out there. They're just not for me. They're not. So I don't want to spend too much time on that because I just don't think it's relevant. I think that you think that I live my life a certain way and you think that I'm better than me. Listen, there are plenty of black people in this world that want to have a better, good quality of life. There are plenty of black people in this world who want to live in a safe community. There are plenty of black people in this world who want to just live in peace and just live a happy life. Excuse me. There is. So I think I can't really say if you're angry because I don't know if you're angry. I know that you writing this letter and you said some things that were kind of hurtful, which aren't true because I don't think that way. And I'm not sure why I would think that way because I don't like to see any black man get locked up over anything that's wrongly convicted of something. Let's go with that. Because that doesn't make my day. You make it sound like I sit around at TV every day. Oh my God, another black man. Oh, they got another one. I'm not Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks. I'm not. But I think they have a chance to do better. And I think a lot of them do better. So I'm just so curious to see how the response to this podcast will be for you. I really hope that you reach out to me. And I really hope you tell me why things have changed with you. And I can't apologize for something that I believe in because you live around black folks. I live around black folks too. This community is just not only a white community. There's white, blacks, Asians, Hispanics, in every race. And I think for me, seeing my kids grow up like this just makes me happy. And why does it make me happy? Because when they go to school, and though that the school I'm having an issue with the assistant principal, which I've said in the podcast, but we won't go into that because we already done. But it makes me happy to see them that they have a wide variety of friends. It makes me see that they're just not bound to just stereotyped into their one culture. It makes me happy to see that they don't have to get stereotyped and say, oh, well, there's another one. No, it doesn't. I have had this talk when the Black Lives Matter movement started with my children. They didn't even condone the movement. They would not go to the parades. They wouldn't wear the shirts. Their mother, she was, but she had kindly, I think it was at the spur of a moment thing. You know, when you see something that you think is like, oh my God, yeah, let's do something. Yeah, let's do something good. And then when you start getting into it, like, well, okay, I think we kind of made a mistake on this. Yeah, I don't think I can't ride with this. Yeah, I'm good. I ain't wearing this. So, it's your decision. I mean, let's be clear. What I do every day, I still see Black Lives Matter signs everywhere. It's not hurting to me. If you believe that's something you believe in, that's something that you believe in. If that's something you want to be invested in, then that's fine. It's just not me. So, again, I don't think they're all the same. I don't think I'm passing judgment. I think this is the way my life is. This is the way I love. So, I hope you can understand me, and I hope that you excuse me. I hope that you understand where I'm coming from. If you don't, then I'm sorry. Well, then again, I'm not sorry. But maybe we can talk more about this. Maybe we can move on more from this. But you have to admit, I'm sitting here thinking about what you said. You wish me peace, joy, and happiness, and I wish the same for you. But you said you want to wait to hear my response to decide if I'm worthy enough to respond to. What does that say about you? I feel like you disrespecting me, and I'm not even disrespecting you. I mean, there's a lot of things in this letter I could have pointed out just with you alone, but I'm not. I could have said you're angry, but do I think you're angry? No. I think you're a listener that wants answers, and I'm going to give you the answers. And hopefully I did give you the answers. So I don't think that you said you're a strong Black woman. I'm proud of that. I love our Black women. I do. And I know what you're probably going to say. Well, you love them so much, but not enough to date them. Well, you're right about that. Listen, I don't want to make this show about my dating life or the way I feel about certain women, but I love Black women. I think a lot has changed over time. I am proud for the work that they have done and what they are accomplishing. But for those that I have not seen progress in their life or their future, I don't like a lot of the videos that I see that kind of degrade Black women, that kind of put them down, where they're just showing, next to nothing. I get you want to be sexy. That's fine. I get that. I get it. I just don't like it. I don't like when females call each other bitches. I don't. And that doesn't matter what race you're on. I mean, it's good for entertainment, but when you're calling each other a bitch all the time, but then if a dude calls you a bitch, then you get mad and want to chop his head off. I ain't no bitch, this and the other. I don't even like that term. So I don't listen to a lot of rap music. Most of my music is EDM, house, progressive house, or electronic music and gospel. Or chill. That's my kind of music. So I can't tell why I'm telling you all this, because I feel like I'm being interviewed for something. But I just don't know what it is yet. I don't know. Is it the Illuminati? No, I'm just joking. Oh my goodness, sorry. But I hope you understand that. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. This weather is just, hold on for a minute. Sorry, I was hiccuping and coughing. I was trying to get something to drink, but in any event, I still feel the same way, but I still love all people. I work with, Black people. I'm not sure why I'm even saying this, because I just don't know what else you want me to say. I still feel the same way, but over time it has gotten better. I'm sorry, I still don't have friends. I don't have friends because of drama. I don't like drama. I tried to have friends, but friends seem to disappoint me at every turn. You could probably say, well, it's probably you. It may be me. I don't know. I think my problem is that the friends that I used to have, I got tired of them doing the stupid shit. And then when I would try to tell them about it, they would get mad. They want somebody to justify them and their actions. I don't do that. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. if I'm wrong, you can call me out. Just like you're telling me about this letter and you call me out about this, about the way I live. I don't see anything wrong with it. Maybe you do. I don't. But who are you to decide what you see wrong with me? Because I don't know you. I'm pretty sure your podcast is great. You know, I do this because I love doing it. I love talking about things, and I love giving perspective and insight to some people. And some of my listeners have told me that I give very good advice. I appreciate it. You know, I'm just a regular person like everybody else. I just love doing and talking, and I want to have friends. And so far, the friends that I come across are the friends on this podcast. Now, granted, some are here, scattered here. And what's even more ecstatic is that they listen to this podcast in Africa, the Philippines, Australia, Canada, which I think is amazing. I love it. Love it. And that's where some of my fan base and my letters come from. I have a lot of support in America, and I love it. And I appreciate it. I thank you to my listeners. I'm pretty sure you feel the same way. So I hope you don't think I'm that bad of a person, because I'm not. I don't think you've ever heard me on a podcast where I just sit back and just on a whole podcast down the whole black race, because I don't do that. I like to give everybody a chance. I want to give you the chance and the opportunity to email me back at endeavor357@gmail.com. Maybe, again, we can collab on a show together. Maybe we can go over some things and talk about some things. I mean, I would love that to happen. I'm pretty sure your listeners would love that. I mean, I want to know what your show is so I can listen to it. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're bad-mouthing me or not. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I need to respond to that. How you going to respond? It's a podcast disc. Yeah, hold on now. This ain't no beef. I'm not doing that. I don't do that. It's all good. Sorry. I just can't, just trying to picture that in my head. You know, she didn't, you know, what she said something about you. That's like a diss record where we diss each other on podcasts. So in any event, I welcome you, a strong black woman, you don't have to reveal yourself to me, but just let me know who you are. You know, let me know if this podcast finds you in a good way. And let me know if it finds you in a bad way. I hope it finds you in a good way, because this is just who I am. My wife, who I love dearly, I was married to her for 26 years. She was half black, she's half Italian. I loved her. She was like the best thing ever in my life, next to my kids. But she gave me the best 26 years, and I loved her for it. And every relationship is not perfect. We had our ups and downs, but you know what? I didn't throw in the towel. I stood by her, and she stood by me. And I'm not perfect. Not perfect by a long shot. Nobody's perfect. We had good times, we had bad times. There were more good than bad. So the good definitely outweighed the bad. So it was a good life. I just choose to do things differently now because I've been out the game for 26 years. And though the game is not the same, a lot of things have changed. So when I say I don't date black women over here, it ain't always been that way. It's just that after my wife passed and I try to make friends, just friends. And I don't care how you see it or you think you may see it, it was just friends because I was not ready to be in a relationship. I just wanted somebody that could either go to the movies with, have breakfast with. And I'm talking about movies, I'm talking about a matinee. I ain't talking about nighttime because I got things to do at nighttime. I mean, you know, I got things running here, I got things running over there. No, I'm just joking, but I got kids to take care of. But I didn't want no relationship invested where people would just judge me. He's like, well, he's got all these kids and, you know, he's gonna need a mother, so he's gonna need somebody to step in there. No, I don't. And I've told any and everybody that. Even on my dating profile, I've told everybody that. I don't need no damn mother for my kids. They have a mother. If they want to respect you enough to call you mom, that is their decision to make, not mine. I will not force that upon my children. So, strong black woman, I thank you for your letter. I do. I hope you respond to me. I really do. I will be waiting for your response. I won't do another podcast until you respond to me. No. Girl, I'm joking. I got stuff I got to go through. I got other letters I got to answer. But this has been good, though. To me, it's been good. I mean, I wish you the best with your organization. I hope everything is still going well for you. I hope everything is on the right track for you. Because I'm still going to be who I am at the end of the day. It's not going to change. I will continue to inspire others or educate others or try to help others as I see fit to do so. And I know you are doing the same because you also have a podcast. I really would like to know what your show is. I really would. I mean, if you don't want to tell me, that's fine. But as I said to my listeners, I thank you. As we get ready to wrap this show up, this podcast up, you guys feel free to email me with anything that you want to talk about or you want to discuss. D6Empire357 at gmail.com. All social media links are tagged on my podcast. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I don't know. Facebook kind of getting on my nerves. So, but I'm still on Facebook though. I still post. So, but Instagram, all 18 of my accounts. No, I'm just joking. I just now got a TikTok. Not sure what that's going to do, but I'm not a TikTok fan. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I'm trying to do Threads. I don't really do Threads. I mean, it's kind of like Twitter. I don't really care for it. It's like to post, and then if you guys want to put whatever you guys want to say on there, that's fine. But it's just not for me. I don't know. But in any event, we'll probably be trying to stream an episode maybe once or twice a month just to get the feedback of the listeners. So will be probably streaming on Facebook and Instagram. Right now I'm working on the OBS or Streamlabs for Instagram to go live on Instagram. YouTube, not as much. Maybe I'll try one day. I don't know. But most of my listeners and fan base connect with me on IG or Facebook. So I hope this podcast has been somewhat good for you. It's been great for me, Keep the letters coming, whether they're good or bad. I am not a show that wants to go back and forth and try to create some kind of beef. If anything, we can kind of meet somewhere in the middle and try to figure out what it is. Because I'm good with that, and I hope you're good with that too. And though the answers may not be what you've seen or what you like, hey, you can either like it or not like it. It's all good to me at the end of the day. But I still want you to be successful and succeed in doing anything that you can to possibly do and that you want to do. Don't ever let somebody stop your dream or stop what you're trying to accomplish in life. Go forward and continue to do what is best for you. Always stay positive. Remain positive. Remain true to who you are. Don't let anybody come between that. No matter what they say about you, always keep your head held up high. Keep it strong. Don't let nobody intimidate you. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and what you can't do. Only you have the power to control your destiny and how you want your life to live and how you want others to see you. For me, I hope everybody sees me in a positive light. My kids do. My kids' friends do. I really do. So, as we get ready to wrap it up, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the support. We should be back on track with the show. Still working on some other formats, some other logos, I don't know. But we're definitely going to keep it going. Going to keep it grinding. So, my name is Derick. I am Endeavor Empire. Until next time, my friends, take care of yourself and each other. Until next time.